Good morning, everybody. It is Jeannie Fisher, a certified financial planner and senior 401k advisor with Argy. And here in Kentucky, it is Derby week, but I'm still here filming videos just for you because we need to wrap up this fee series. Now, we have done 4 videos so far. This is our 5th one in the Analyzing Your 401k Plan Fees. And we've talked about everything from who the service providers are to what is direct compensation, what is indirect compensation. And now, finally, I'm going to tell you how to actually find those fees inside of your plan. Now, there's 2 documents that you want to request. If you are a plan sponsor or a fiduciary or a retirement plan committee, you are looking for the 408B2 fee disclosure. Now, this fee disclosure is going to show you all of the fees paid by participants, all of the fees paid by the plan. It should also outline the services that are provided, and it should help you do your duty as a fiduciary in determining whether or not the fees are reasonable for the services being provided. Now, if you're an individual with your own 401k and you're wondering what fees am I paying, there is a separate fee disclosure just for you, and that is the 404A5 fee disclosure. Now, this should be given to you once a year. So if you're not receiving it in your portal online or via mail or via email, go ahead and request a copy from your HR department. They'll have one for you. This is going to tell you all of the plan fees that you are paying, whether they be administrative to the plan or whether they actually be coming from the expense ratios of the investments themselves. Now, these are not easy to read. They're also not standard, so they can vary quite a bit amongst record keepers. But FI 360 did release some sample fee disclosures back in 2014 that are fantastic. Now, I'll warn you, they are chock full of all different sorts of fees, really for demonstrative purposes only. But I thought the easiest thing to do would to actually pull some of those up and show you what you're looking for. So hopefully we can figure out how to share my screen and walk you through a PowerPoint and show you exactly what you're looking for. So this is what you're going to be seeing is the fee disclosures. There we go. Okay, so here's some example fee disclosures for you, okay? This is, again, from FI 360. This is the 408B2, so this is plan sponsor. Now, what I really like about this page is it's a really good summary, but what I will highlight is the 408B2 will show you the compensation that the participants are paying, but also what the company's paying. And I've talked about how we need to analyze both because the plan fees are all inclusive whether or not you're paying it as a company or from the plan. What I also like about this example is it does highlight what direct fees are being received and what indirect fees are being received. And what you want to go ahead and look at are the negatives. So in the bottom right-hand corner, you can actually see where some of the indirect revenue sharing is offsetting other fees. So that's what those negatives mean. This page is where we're actually going to be breaking down the individual funds. And what I want to highlight here are the revenue sharing components. Now, you can see we have 5 or 6 funds actually listed here. Notice that the top 2 also have some revenue sharing built in. So you can see whether it be the fund management fee or the 12B1 fee, which typically goes back to the advisor, or a sub-TA fee, which can go to any other provider of administrative services. When a mutual fund has those fees, it's actually built in to the expense ratio at the end. So notice these top 2 examples have it built into their expense ratio, but the ones in the bottom don't. So again, this is in the 408B2, the plan level disclosure. The other thing I want to show you is the service appendix. They should all have a service appendix where they're outlining what each service provider is doing. So you can see right here at the top, the TPA services performed, and then their services. Now for the 404A5 participant. So again, this is you as the individual. What you're looking for here are the fees that you're paying out of your account. Now, again, this example is full of every type of fee there is because they're just basically showing you what could be in the plan. It is unlikely that you will be paying all of these direct fees and these indirect fees. But what you're looking for is right here at the bottom, net annual recurring fees. See this 0.79%? That's how you as an individual know what you're paying in fees in your 401k. You will also have a mutual fund breakdown. Now, this one's really cloudy and most of them don't look this way, but I'm pulling this example to highlight one basically specific thing. If you'll notice here, I have 2 funds that we're comparing, the Alpine Accelerating Dividend and the Vanguard 500 Index. And I purposefully pulled these 2 because I want to draw attention to the expense ratio, which is what you're looking for in a mutual fund. Notice the Vanguard Index Fund, a passive fund, an indexed fund, a 0.05 expense ratio. There's no revenue sharing. There's no sub-TA fees built into that fund. But take a look at the expense ratio on the Alpine Accelerating Dividend, 1.6%. Part of that is going to be management fees because it's an active fund. Part of that is probably some revenue sharing. But what you're looking for here is the expense ratio. Now, again, remember that the expense ratio, you don't exactly see written in dollar form. The expense ratio is just basically taken out of your return, so you don't always know the fees that you're paying, which is why I'm drawing particular attention to these two mutual funds and their expense ratios. So that is what I wanted to show you on the participant fee disclosure. Now, I know that that can feel a lot and overwhelming. If this is too much, right? Like if these are too much for you to read, also in 2012, the Department of Labor said that fees need to be communicated to participants on their quarterly statements in dollar format. So if you don't feel like digging into a fee disclosure, take a look at your last quarterly statement. Look at what you paid as an individual on your account. If you are a plan sponsor or a fiduciary or an individual and you're not comfortable with your 401k fees, even after this whole series, give us a call here at ARGI. We are happy to analyze them for you. We're happy to give you feedback and benchmark those plan fees for you. Thank you guys so much. If you missed any of the other videos, you can catch them on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, I hope that you all have a wonderful Derby week, and we'll talk to you soon.